Hello everybody, it's Alex once again, and I'm not wearing my hat, show my receding hairline, but anyway, to get to seriousness here, or down to business, never thought I'd make a video like this, but we were having a discussion in Skype, and we're talking about how kids are not playing correct games that I think, today. So, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean they're not playing the correct type of games? Now, my friend Brenda, she made a good point that kids should, play games that are, like on the Super Nintendo or the N64, PlayStation 1, Sega Saturn at this point, because kids that are getting new to games usually are going on the iPad, iPod, just playing simple games they can just pick up and play, and there you go. Now, if they want to actually get into console gaming, or PC gaming for that matter, and want to become hardcore gamers like we are, you kind of might want to start with the old consoles, like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, something like that first. Because if you're new to gaming, you don't want to start out with just a 3D game and a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360, or Wii U for that matter. You're going to start with Super Mario Brothers, Sonic the Hedgehog, the originals, not the new ones. Well, the newest ones are nice, but start with those for good platformers, and then there's, well, there's going to be two discussions actually, I'll get to the next one later. Then for 3D games, you can start off with Super Mario 64, start with Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, or 3. Probably start with 2, because Crash Bandicoot 1 is a bit too difficult, even though I did beat the game when I was 3. Well, not the entire game, I beat the final boss when I was 3, but those bosses are pretty easy. So I'm not really giving myself too much credit for being an epic gamer. Or start off with Sonic Adventure or something like that, something with a little bit of story. So when you're starting to become a bit of a average gamer, you can start going into the Dreamcast era, the PS2 era, GameCube era. Now, I recommend kids go into the GameCube era because PS2 is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but GameCube has a lot to offer. You got your Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, which is an underrated game. You just gotta play that game if you haven't played it already. And then they have their Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Then there's more games out there. Pokemon XD, Pokemon Coliseum, whatever. And then when you want to get into the hardcore gaming, you can go to the PlayStation 3, or Xbox 360, Wii U. So, and PS3 is flooded with, first-person shooters along with Xbox. So basically, that's what I mean. When you're getting into gaming, kids should not start with Call of Duty. They really shouldn't. I'm seeing 7, 8-year-olds, maybe even 10-year-olds as well, somewhere in that range, 7 to 12, are just starting with Call of Duty, being addicted to Call of Duty. That's all they do. They go on Xbox Live with their friends. They swear all the time. Like, I think it's freaking cool. I mean, yeah, I swear a lot too. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, they're going around swearing and just thinking they're the shit. Whatever. And that leads me to another thing. Yeah, the ESRB ratings. That's what I think it's called. Don't quote me on that. I might, wait, is that it? ESRB. Yep. Alright. There are multiple ratings for ESRB. There's K to A, kids to adults. E for everybody. E10 plus. Teen, rated M, or just M for mature. And there's adult only, or AO. And I don't see that many games are AO. Probably for good reason. Now, kids are between the ages of 3 to 10 should be playing rated E for everyone games. I mean, there are some games like Dragon Ball Z Budokai games that are pretty fun that rate T, but I was playing that before I was a teenager because Dragon Ball Z is awesome. There's a few exceptions. I mean, not everyone's going to stick to the rules and play the games that are meant for them. There's for two reasons for that. I'll get into that a little later. And then kids that are 10 and up should be playing rated E10 games, and rated E10 plus games and teen games. Teen games can have some violence, not too bad. So, there you go. And then when the kids are about, I believe they have to be 17 up to play some of these mature games. But I was playing mature games when I was around 15, 16. Because by that time I was understanding that, rated M games, you don't want to do that in real life. And I was able to handle the fighting, the shooting, whatever, the blood, the gore. I was able to deal with that. Now I'm playing rated M games a lot more than I used to. And that doesn't mean you can't play rated E games still. So, yes, the ESRB ratings are there for a reason. Now, most kids today, like I said, are playing Call of Duty. Ages 7, 12, 13, and they're just whiny, just bitching kids, and they think they're so awesome. I'm not jealous of them, I'm just kind of angered by it. Because when we were kids, most of us, we grew up on Mario, Sonic, and there's some other kids that grew up on Resident Evil, Killer Instinct, or some of the Rareware games. I can't think of many. Duke Nukem Forever. Not Forever. Oh god, Duke Nukem Forever. Duke Nukem, Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, all that kind of stuff. Pretty cool games. And playing Call of Duty, just go online swearing like there's no tomorrow. Now, I want to know, how do these kids get these games? Well, most of them are from their parents. So, the parents go, I can't fathom this. I can't process this without thinking, are you fucking stupid? Kids that are not 18, okay? I'm 18 now. So, parents are going out and buying games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Killzone, or whatever is mainstream, Gears of War, Halo. They're rated M for mature. How do you fuck that up? Right on the bottom left, or is it bottom left? Bottom left or bottom right, depending on what, sometimes they change. It says grade M for mature. Right? Let me go grab a game real quickly. It shouldn't take too long. And let's see, right here. Oh, there's a game right there. Yeah, I forgot to mention games like Rant. Kids are going on there playing that. I played it when I was around 12 or 13. I didn't play it like they do. I just did it for fun. I didn't go online swearing because it really wasn't online at the time. My mom didn't let me play it, so I didn't play it. And at the proper age, she let me play it. So that was a good idea. Rated M for mature. You have to be 17 years or older. Huh. Somehow these kids are getting a hold of games. Now what's it say on here? It's a big section right here. Maybe little for some, unless they can't fucking read because parents are stupid sometimes. Blood, intense violence, partial nudity, strong language, swearing out the R's basically, strong sexual content, use of drugs and alcohol. Well, parents are going out and buying these games for their kids. Do you see a problem with that? This angers me a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying everyone's going to follow the rules, but it's just like, parents, are you fucking stupid? Do you know what these games are about? If you look at the cover, if you don't want your kids playing bad games, you see on the front cover of GTA 4, you see a little stripper there, you see people with guns on there, you see someone with a car getting chased by the cops. Duh. And, I don't know, I guess they just go out and buy the kids whatever's viral right now, what their parent or the kids are playing. And then there's also the problems with the kids. Now, I'm not saying all kids back in like the 90s or early 2000s with the PlayStation 2 and stuff, were the nicest of kids. You got your kids that will always like, I want this game, and it's probably a rated M game. Yeah, you have those kids. I'm just saying, it's like everywhere now. I mean, Jesus, you can't go into a game of Call of Duty without hearing some 12-year-old just mouthing off. It's like, shut up. So, you got kids whining and crying and throwing themselves on the floor saying, I want Halo 4! I want Call of Duty Black Ops 2! They're just crying and flipping out, and it's like, what? I'd get pissed if I didn't get a game like Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 or Budokai 3. I get pretty pissed, but I'd be like, okay, sometime later. Okay, I can wait. So, the kids aren't really parented right to get disciplined or patient or whatever. So it's like, I don't know. I think this generation of kids, besides myself, I mean, our generation is kind of iffy. Like, we're not perfect, but we're not bad. We're like a mix, because there are idiots in our generation, a lot of them. I believe I myself am one of the rare few that are actually decent. That's just me, though. You can decide that for yourself. But after this coming generation, ages like newcomers are gamers on Xbox and PS3, they're pretty much fucked. I mean, we got some kids I know. I know a kid that grew up on the PlayStation 2 when he was like in 2004, 2005. He was playing the PS2, and he's a fan of the saying. He grew up with Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter. I'm like, that is that's very good. So, I don't know. What do you guys think of the ESRB ratings and like how parents just seem to ignore that and just go and buy their kid God of War and Call of Duty and stuff like that without thinking twice? And I also think the kids get the games by like just buying it from their friends, and they're like, oh, this game's so good. What do you guys think of the ESRB ratings? And people just flat out ignoring it sometimes. The kids in gaming nowadays, on the Xbox 360 especially, because that's what they're full of. So what do you think of that? I think myself that if the parents were smarter, restricted the kids to what they should be playing appropriately, then that'd be nice. Games are meant for 18-year-olds or 17-year-olds and up. Little kids are playing them. Games are meant for young kids like Rayman, Sonic, Mario, Zelda, whatever. We're playing them. Logic. Okay. Anyway, I'm Alex, and I will see you later.